Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. This is Aisha Rehan, your instructor of computer science. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope constant sessions of SES has made a great difference in your life, because once you are listening somebody, and once you become helping hand to other, it really make a great deal in your life. So moving ahead, I will start my session with again, a teaching of being empathetic. Um, Once you are empathetic, this means you are wearing shoes of others, then automatically it actually makes you safe. It makes you more creative, and it actually helps you to build up your emotional connection. And it actually, helps you to identify your needs also, because then you will be understanding problems of others also. My dear children, this is a high time to be serious now, because you don't know that how long this situation is going to be. So be ready and be more attentive in your Zoom classes. And sometimes for the sake of creating fun, you don't intend to be negative, but in order to create fun, you sometimes unintentionally do wrong things. So avoid from doing it, because you never know that you are actually violating, you are destroying endless efforts of your teachers as well. Okay, provided we do not have much time left, you have to understand that you are in grade 9 and soon you are going to be in grade 10. So within this specified limited time with limited facilities, we have to complete the curriculum, and that can only be done with your help. I hope you understand and adopt attitude of gratitude in your daily life as well. So coming to today's lesson, I will try to keep it as simple as I can, because we had our heavy loaded lesson, that is lesson number 1. So today I'll try to keep it very simple, but I'll let you know how things are going to be from now onwards. I'll give you complete agenda so that you have clarity in your mind. In the last class, we actually covered architecture, a complete detail of it. So today I will be actually explaining something about memory unit. Okay, and processor and input and output devices as well. Okay, so I'll be discussing some past paper questions so that you will have uh, understanding, and you have to remember this in our next lesson, that is week number 2. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to revise this topic memory unit all over again, so that it's going to be ingrained in your mind, because these are heavy loaded lesson, and I know that it's going to be difficult for you to understand in one go. So you will actually have this memory unit complete again, and I will start off in lesson number 1, fetch and execute cycle, with the help of a video. Okay, and then in lesson number 2, I will again touch upon fetch and execute cycle, only fetch and execute cycle in detail. I hope this is clear to you what exactly we are going to do in this lesson and upcoming lesson also, so that it's very easy for you to be calm and contented. If you're not getting something, you have to remember that I will be actually repeating topic that I need to repeat, and reinforce the topic that I need to reinforce in order to make your concept clear. Okay, so moving back to the presentation. So we are going to touch upon these things today. So I will not waste my time, but start with the topic. In the last class, we also studied registers also. This is in connection of what we are going to study in memory unit. So let's have a complete reinforcement of what we did. MAR is a register and MDR is a register. As I told you very clearly, that MAR contains a memory address register are a special, and other registers are special purpose registers, and memory address registers contains address, and memory data register contains data. Okay, accumulator in arithmetic and logical unit is responsible for accumulating data or to hold accumulated result. Okay, so in case if 2 plus 3 is equals to 5, first 2 will be stored in accumulator, and then 3 will be stored in accumulator, and the resultant 5 will be stored in the accumulator. Is it clear? Control unit contains two register. We actually registers that we are studying in grade 9. PC program counter holds address of the next instruction to be executed. Next instruction is something very important, and address word is also important for the PC. Okay, it because it holds address of the next instruction to be executed. And CIR is a current instruction register that actually stores current instruction for the time being. Is it clear? I hope the concept is clear to you, so we can move ahead. Okay, what is memory unit? Okay, memory unit, if you read it, the computer memory unit is made up of a number of partitions. Each partition consists of an address and its contents. Okay, so if this let's suppose memory, it contains address and its contents. I hope this is clear to you. In real memory, the address and its contents are actually larger. So in order to fit in the concept, we have actually minimized it so that you can understand it comparatively better. The address will uniquely identify every location in the memory, and the contents will be definitely in the binary. Here, when I'll be explaining you memory unit, or in future when I'll be explaining you fetch and execute cycle, we will be using some terminology that is actually understood to you. For example, 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. Although in reality it's not 2, it's not 3, rather it's all binary number. But we have actually taken those examples so that you can understand the concept that is going on. Okay, so memory, what exactly we have understood, is divided into corresponding address and content. This is something very important. For example, if you want to come to school, you must know address of your school, otherwise you cannot definitely come to it. So to reach to the content, you need to know address. So every memory is divided into corresponding address and content. Okay, so moving ahead, if you see this example, this is actually a layout of a memory unit in which it is divided. It has been shown that it is divided into address and its corresponding contents. So this means if I want to get the contents of this memory location, then I must know the address. And if you talk about register, let reiterate back. So if you understand that addresses are actually stored in, oh, I'm sorry, I have to put it on. Yes, it's in a memory address register, special purpose register, and the data is actually stored in MDR. Okay, sorry, MDR, memory data register. Is it clear to everyone? So this means we just got to know that MAR contains addresses and MDR contains data, right? In your problem solving questions, you might be given an address and you might be asked to write corresponding data in MDR. For example, if somebody has written that this is the memory location um, in MAR, so write its corresponding MDR. So what is corresponding MDR? So what will you write? You will write 011 and 1011. Am I right? Because all 41011 is the address that is being asked for. And so I will write its corresponding data, that is 0 4 3 1 and 011. I hope I'm right. Okay, so this is actually the way that question can be given to you. Okay, so moving ahead, what is the processor? Okay, the processor contains two important components: arithmetic and logical unit and control unit. Arithmetic and logical unit, if you talk about it, then it actually deals with all mathematical and logical operations. Okay, Mathematical operations means any addition, subtractions, or whatever, while logical means true and false conditions. Okay, if two conditions are true, what is going to happen? If one condition is true, another is false, what is going to happen? So arithmetic and logical unit deals with it. While control unit actually pursue all signals and commands. Okay. Is actually dealt with control unit, right? This is as I gave you example of administration of your school, that actually carry out all the processes. Okay, so control unit can be comparable to school administration that is actually running at the back end, and it's performing everything because they're controlling it, they are giving signal. If I am attending your class, or if I am recording this lesson, or if your lesson is uploaded on Streamline, that is just because instruction given by administration. So control unit is doing it while we are actually executing it. Is it clear to everyone? So moving ahead, so what did we study? That arithmetic logical unit allows arithmetic and logical operations to be executed, while control unit controls the operation of the memory, processor, and input and output devices. That's what we already have discussed. Okay. Now comes input and output devices. They are actually the main method of entering data into and getting data out of the computer system. This means interaction is definitely required. If there is no input devices, you will never get any task to be done. And if there's no output devices, you can never get the output. Input devices actually convert external data into the form that is readable to the computer, that computer can understand and process. For example, if you write something on in the keyboard, your whatever you are going to write, a, let's suppose if you're writing hi, hi, then h is going to be converted into ASCII code that actually can be understood by the computer. And then computer is going to pursue it or to execute it, right? So that is actually applicable for all input devices, and we have studied input devices in detail in our last semester, so we all have understanding about input and output devices. Output devices show the result of computer processing in a humanly understandable form, for example printers, monitors, and loudspeakers, and we have done many. Okay, so let's take this example how things are going to be done, although we have done it a minute ago, but this is actually one of the question that is being taken from your past paper so that you will have an understanding how to go about it. It's a simple, memory location that is given to you, address and the content. The content, it says that the content of memory location 1000, all zeros and last one. This means, yeah, they're talking about this memory location if I'm not wrong. Okay, let me write it. So they are talking about this, okay? Because it says one, three zeros, and then three zeros, one are to be read. They say the contents, this means we have to read the content. Okay, it's supposed to be read. We have to carry out which operation? We have to carry out read operation. Okay, it is supposed to be read. Show the contents of the memory address register and the memory data register. So what you're going to write it, 1 0 0 0 0 0 again, and then 0 1, because it says the contents of the memory location. You have to understand it's not the content. Okay, this is memory location. This means they're talking about address. Okay, and they're expecting us to write this particular content. So what is the content? 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1. Is it clear? It's of 2 marks. This means if you're going to write correct this, you're going to get 1 mark. If you're going to write it, you're going to get 1 mark. So it's very easy to get 2 out of 2. Is it clear? So the contents of memory location are to be read. You have to read the content. Show the contents of the memory address register and the contents of the memory data register. So what you did, you simply wrote the memory address register and memory data register, and you get full marks. In a similar manner, what kind of question? A write operation can also be given to you. Okay, write operation means the content, the address can be given to you. For example, they may ask you that um, The location, on the location 1 triple zero double 1 0, this data needs to be read. Okay, let's suppose. Okay, so what exactly you're going to do? You're going to write this in MAR and this in MDR. Is it clear? So this is how it's going to pursue. So moving ahead. Okay, this is the question. Arithmetic and logical unit. Six components of a computer system and six descriptions are shown. Draw a line to match each component with the most suitable description. Okay, so like it's going to be revision of whatever we have done. First, the most important thing to solve a question is to read out all the boxes used to connect together the internal components of the CPU. Okay, you connection, okay, wires used to carry out calculations on the data. Calculations is a key factor, you can understand. Used to temporarily hold data. Okay, you know what is actually that component we are talking about. And instructions during processing used to allow interaction with the computer. So what is it? Think about it. Used to allow interaction with the computer. Okay, and then used to hold data instructions before they are processed. Used to manage the flow of data through the CPU. Okay, so are you all ready? So first let's start with this. Okay, this one, arithmetic and logical unit. So arithmetic and logical unit, let me enable my pen. Arithmetic and logical unit used to carry out calculations, because we know that calculation is done with it. Okay, so second one is buses used to connect the internal components. Please do not forget to write arrow, otherwise it's going to be difficult to understand. Okay, and nobody is going to take the pain of going into detail, so it's better. I'm talking about examiners. To make it clear, you have to be very clear what exactly you are writing. Okay, now control unit. Control unit is actually used to manage the flow of data. Agreed? So okay, wait, I have to control my pen as well. Okay, then we will leave about it because we have not discussed about intermediate access store as yet. Let's talk about input and output devices. Input and output devices used to allow interaction with computers. Agreed? And used to temporarily hold the data. Now, intermediate access store. What is it? So intermediate access store holds programs and data that a user is currently working for. For example, you can take this box that is written, that is used to hold data and instructions before they are processed. So this is how we are going to complete it. I hope the concept is clear to you now, and if you're going to perform it 100%, you're going to get full marks. There is another question pertaining to buses we have studied in our last lesson. It's very easy. Again, you can easily get 2 marks if you do it. Draw a line to connect each bus to its correct description. Okay. Now, first, this bus carries signals used to coordinate the computer's activities. Signals. This is bidirectional bus that is used to exchange data. As the name implies, without any delay, you can always, connect this one with the bidirectional data. This is unidirectional and carries signals related to addresses. Unidirectional, that simply shows that actually it is an address bus. Okay, and definitely the last one is a control bus. Okay, now children, I hope you all are done with everything that is being explained. There's one thing I would like to discuss. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so you are going to revise the concept of computer architecture. Okay, and memory locations. I will be explaining and touching upon memory locations again, memory unit again. and processor and IO devices again before I start fetch and execute cycle. So today I'm not giving you any task to write anything in the booklet. All you have to do is to absorb. In the next class, I will be giving you a task to write in your booklet also, so that after reinforcement you will be ready to write everything in detail. I hope it's clear to you. So revise everything and be with me, inshallah. The concept is going to be very, very clear to you. Enjoy your weekend. Allah Hafiz. Take care of yourself.